for you to go flying, honestly. There's not a lot of weakness there in that core area, so I don't blame him.
Well, this whole moment here kind of plays into this. Herro had this to say about LeBron in the Players Tribune. If the NBA was a video game, LeBron is like the final boss. That's probably how I'd sum up the end of our season, I guess. It's like, on one level, it was a failure for sure. There's a culture here, and we own it. Our goal is to win championships, and we came up empty. But on another level, man, that was an insane run. We played our hearts out. We beat some really good teams, and then we just fell a little short versus the final boss. Well, guys, you know me in movies. I don't really know video games either. So, what name or title would you give LeBron? The final boss. I kind of liked it.
Which one of us? Yeah. Which Mike?
Well, I'll go.
Don't both of you jump at once.
I really like the final boss there, and this is in part because I too like to play video games, and I'll spare you because if I say Street Fighter 2 and Mortal Kombat,
I played Sonic and Nintendo.
Well, Nintendo was a gaming system, not a game.
I mean, those are the only things.
You played games on Nintendo, and then Sonic was on Sega, but that's fine. That's neither here nor there. They told me I had to come up with a name, and I mean, it's not as good as the final boss. I just think Zeus. I mean, I was a fan of Greek mythology. There haven't been really great Greek mythological names ascribed to the NBA, and Zeus is basically the final boss in Greek mythology. So I guess I'll say Zeus, but I will give it to Tyler Herro. That's a better one than mine.
I'll tell you what, this is how old I am. I was kind of around for the original final boss in a Nintendo game, Mike Tyson, Super Punch-Out. You get through Mr. Sandman, you get through the Dream Guy, you get through Glass Joe. Eventually, you get to Mike Tyson.
Great reference.
As far as here, and the important stuff, I'm going to go with Mr. One for the Thumb. He's got 2 with Miami. He got 1 with Cleveland, 1 with the Lakers, obviously.
It's
one
catchy,
more.
Press.
He's got 5 rings. Mr. One for the Thumb. I had one for the thumb originally.
Rolls right off the tongue.
Producer Ryan said we need to add Mr. because final bosses are often like, you know, Mr.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going to redeem myself really quick as you two have your moment over there. I played Mario, okay? So Bron would either be the feather that makes you fly everywhere, or the star that makes you run through everything, or the cloud that takes you to the next world, because that's just what he does.
But those aren't final bosses.
Super Mario Brothers?
Get you to where you want to be.
Which Mario did you
At
play?
a much accelerated pace.
Okay.
What?
Super Mario 3? You ever played that?
All of them.
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
Get the raccoon tail? Fly?
Yes, yes, I have.
That's what I'm talking about. See?
Yeah.
First cultural reference you've ever gotten that I've thrown back your way.
I really exposed myself on this one.
Exciting.
Guess who joined LeBron on the set of his new Space Jam movie? Michael Jordan. Not that Michael Jordan, but Michael B. Jordan. So still really good. On road tripping, LeBron joined me, Channing Frye, and Richard Jefferson, and he welcomed us to the Space Jam. Get it? Welcome to the Space Jam.
It's not a sequel. It's called Space Jam New Legacy. It's not Space Jam 2, Space Jam New Legacy. And there will be a basketball game. I'll say that. And there will be some people that are a little bit out of this world that we're competing against. So in the same...
Monstars.
You can call them that. They have a different name. I won't give the name. But it's more of a family movie. It's a parenting movie between me and my son, and me trying to demand my son to do something because I was taught that way growing up. Demand my son to play basketball. This is all you're going to do. This is how you do it. And me as a parent not listening to my son and not believing in what my son is actually great at. So it is it's a tackling between me being a parent, supporting my son, and my son basically turning off at some point, and me trying to regain that trust.
All right, so not technically called the Monstars like it was in the original Space Jam, but if you had to give me your Monstars lineup with current NBA players, Brez, you're up first. What would it look like?
Yeah, you know, I went with the villain angle for sure. Try to think of 5 guys who I just do not want to play against. And there they are, starting with Dwight Howard.
First time I've seen these.
I think the Denver series was kind of exhibit A, B, and C for that. He really got under Jokic's skin. Draymond Green, let's never forget the 2016 finals when he stepped over someone that he shouldn't have. It kind of irritated LeBron James, got suspended for a game, and as we know, they came back from a 3-1 deficit. The Cleveland Cavs did. Jimmy Butler, I respect his game a lot. Tough guy, not really a villainous guy, so we can kind of gloss over him. Chris Paul, remember he got punched in the face by Rondo a couple years ago? Chris Paul, always kind of a pesky, mouthy irritant. And Patrick Beverley, kind of the same, not quite as good of an offensive player as Chris Paul, but just kind of a nagging guy that you like him on your team, but kind of the villain when you're playing against him.
I like the theme there of your squad, Brez. I don't know about the chemistry.
No, yeah,
you know,
definitely.
I don't know.
They'd have
you
one
guys
mission.
Have much better chemistry.
For
Destroy everyone.
Yeah.
Right.
So, Allie, my team is more just what is the best basketball team without including LeBron that I can think of current NBA players.
Were you guys not allowed to include LeBron?
Well, no, because he's playing on the other squad.
Yeah,
He's
playing on the Toon
Mr. Final Boss.
He's playing on the Toon squad. So I'm bringing Steph in there. I'm excited to see how Steph looks this year. And how could I have any basketball team without Alex Caruso on it? It just wasn't possible. Now, I thought about having Jokic on and Caruso come off the bench, but I wanted to give him some love. Then with KD, Giannis, and AD, that's kind of the front court that I am excited about, and this is assuming some pretty good health with KD, but no defensive weakness whatsoever. They can all switch out in the perimeter, super long, super lengthy, and then on the other end, you got AD in the post, you got KD shooting bombs alongside Steph, you got Caruso doing all the little things. Giannis, you don't have to rely upon to create his own shot. He's just sort of the jack of all trades guy in that sense. So yeah, that team is solid. It would definitely beat Brez's Monstars, but I don't know how it would do against LeBron.
My guys play dirty.
That's a fair point. Yeah,
they're pretty.
Yeah, they would
villainous.
take all of their knees out.
Yeah, Beverly would fall out for sure.
Probably.
Draymond probably fall out. Dwight would get ejected.
Chris Paul would either get punched in the face or punch him in the face.
Okay, wait. So who's your sixth man? Because the Monstars get tired.
Rondo would be up there. You know,
I was going to say Rondo's a good
guy you want on your team,
Sure.
but and he was fun to watch for the last couple of years of the Lakers. But you definitely don't want to be going up against him, as Chris Paul can attest from that one
This
game.
isn't going to be a very popular one, but Marcus Smart.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah, he's tough, too.
I'm going to give you a statement. You either count it or you doubt it. And Brez, we're going to start with you.
Okay.
The Lakers will win more than 46 games this season. Count it or doubt it. 72-game regular season schedule.
I'm going to count it. It's a little confusing because usually it's an 82-game season, but if you extrapolate, I think they're going to win about 47, maybe even 48 games this season. The only thing that would prevent that is, of course, rest. Is LeBron going to get a lot of it? Anthony Davis? You know, I think there might be some punting of games for the Lakers early in the season, but I still think they're good enough, especially with some of their big pickups during the offseason, to get to 47, 48.
Mike Trudell.
I will
46.
count this as well, and I'm going to veer towards, even on a night that the Lakers don't have their A game, Montrezl Harrell's coming off the bench. Dennis Schroeder, you do more. Hey, Kuz, you didn't get many shots last week. You do more. They've got 11 guys on the roster that are really pretty good players, and that's counting Talen Horton-Tucker, who everybody's raving about in training camp. So this is a really deep squad. I think that they will win many games, and instead of them having kind of a disadvantage by the shortened offseason, I think it'll make them be a better rhythm early team, and they'll pick up some wins that way as well.
And Mike, thanks for saying Kuzma. He's overlooked on a lot of these shows because you kind of know what he's going to bring, but maybe he can do it even more often if some of the big names get some rest earlier in the season.
Yeah, that loves those opportunities, too. LeBron will play in more than one preseason game. Brez, count it or doubt it?
I'm going to doubt this. I think he's one and done, maybe the fourth one, maybe the third one. I do not see him playing more than that. I think Frank Vogel's been upfront about that. I think LeBron has also said, preseason, whatever. There's only 4 games this year. I put him down for the fourth one, and I think that's it.
I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to say count it only because December 22nd is when the regular season starts. Day is today? Like the 10th? 11th? One of those two?
We're
The ninth.
up there, yeah.
It's the ninth.
The 9th? Okay, cool. Still, that is not a lot of time until that day comes.
Run it out.
And I think that LeBron's going to have, maybe he's not going to play a lot, but maybe like the first quarter of one game and then the first and the third quarter of another game. So I think that these guys want to get at least a little bit of run. So I think 2 is the number that I would guess, but no inside information on that.
I think he's going to play all 4 because all 4 games are here on Spectrum Sportsnet, and he knows that. Moving on, the Pacific Division will have 4 playoff teams. Brez, count it or doubt it?
I'm going to doubt this. I mean, hey, to me, it's the best division in basketball, but automatically you throw out the Sacramento Kings. I don't know if the Phoenix Suns are going to make it as well. You know, it's going to be interesting. I like what they did. Robert Sarver definitely opening up the vault to bring Chris Paul aboard. I appreciate that. I just don't know if you're going to get, either them or the Warriors will make it. One of them won't. It's too bad about Clay. That's what it comes down to, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to doubt this too, but I think Phoenix is actually a very solid playoff team here. I love Chris Paul coming that way. I think Devin Booker takes another big step. Golden State is the team that is a question mark for me here. If they have any other type of injury, it's going to be tough to sustain. But I think it's definitely possible. I would just bet that one of those 4 teams, and certainly unlikely to be the Lakers or the Clippers, falls out. But I think the Phoenix is a little bit more solid than Golden State.
More broad for the NBA for this last one. You guys ready for it? Count it or doubt it. James Harden will play for the Rockets this season. Brez, count it or doubt it?
Yeah, I'm going to count it. Seems like there's some good momentum. He actually reported to training camp, so that's something. That's a start.
How he got there.
Yeah, exactly. It's been a little circuitous, definitely, for him. He'll play for them. I don't know how long or how much. Will he end the season with them? That I would doubt for sure.
Brez, I am accepting honey buns for my next birthday.
I appreciate
if that is.
When's your birthday?
Not till November. Oh, okay. So you got some time to.
Wait, what day?
The 4th.
On the 5th.
Yeah, nice.
Wow. You're 1 day older than me.
That's true.
The things you learn on live television.
We don't need to get into a whole honey bun thing. I will just say, so will he play for the Rockets this season? I'm going to count it. I would disagree with Bryce that there's positive momentum going on here. I would say
it's incremental.
I would say that is true. It is better than yesterday, maybe.
Rocky momentum.
The fact that he showed up there,
He's there.
No pun intended.
And even I know we're being facetious about it. I did not think that was the best message to his teammates, to the fans that have been rooting for him for so many years. The way that he, I suppose, what he did, non-masking, and being around many people in clubs and such before. But to get aside from that, I just don't think there's a benefit to Houston taking just maybe the one offer that's there now, that's been reported. Why not wait until at least the trade deadline, see what teams are close, see what teams think that, hey, if we make this trade, we could win the finals. And I think teams to start, it's especially after you draft players in your fantasy draft, you want to see what they look like on your team.
Yeah, throw them out there.
And so I think a lot of teams are waiting to see how their squads look. But as the season goes on, offers might come in, and I could see, I would be unlikely to think he'll finish the season with the Rockets, but I think he'll definitely start it.
Trade deadline is March this year. I think that's when you might see more flow towards Harden leaving the Rockets, as crazy as it sounds. I mean, I thought he would finish his career there. Probably not going to happen.
We got a bonus.
Bonus.
Let's look at it.
Exciting.
Count it or doubt it. Hand sanitizing wipes are not just for your hands. Count it or doubt it. Mike Trudell.
Well, okay, so factually...
Count it!
Factually, I have to count it.
Or doubt it.
It's true. I did make a mistake. Fortunately, I didn't pay for it. And here's the one thing I'll say. Now, kids, don't listen to this. Earmuffs. Jen Talon, if you're watching. It did not hurt me at all. I didn't even notice for a